Hey guys, and welcome to another battle report. Uh, Today I'll be bringing you game 3 of the Swedish Masters, or Swedish Championship. I don't really know what to call it. I come from 2 games of losses, both 13-7. Hoping to be able to turn this around, and I'm up against Listenmen. Saurian Ancients. We had the attacker-defender deployment, and I chose the attacker, so I got the horseshoe. Sort of, you can't really tell from the pictures because, yeah, I deployed quite defensively. So left to right, I've got my Heath Riders, unit of 10 Dryads. My Pathfinders is obviously after Scouts. My 20 Archers, 2 units of 5 Wild Huntsmen, more Dryads, my Eagle behind them, and my General, Tree Father there. I've got my Thicket Beasts with my BSB in there, and in front of them I got my Sentinels. You can see those 2 coins there, one in the field and one off to the right. It's the secure target objective. My opponent's deployment left to right, he's got a unit of 20 Skinks, 3, are they called Pterodon Riders? I think so. Behind the hill there, he's got units of more Skinks, 2 units of Spearbacks, and a unit of those other guys who shoots. Are they called Razorbacks? More Skinks, some more Skinks next to them. Pterodon Riders hiding behind that tower there, the impossible terrain. He's got his BSB on a Raptor. He's got a big monster there, which gives him, is it hard target or distracting? And his general next to that, farthest to his left. So yeah, my turn 1. I don't do a whole lot, thinking I want him to come to me. So I just move my Heath Riders up a bit. And I move my Pathfinders back. I don't want them to be charged turn 1. Learned my lesson from game 1 here. Magic is obviously quite uneventful at this point. I managed to pick off 1 Spearback. Actually, both Spearbacks. No, sorry, just 1. For his turn 1, he starts pushing up. Not very overly aggressive, just closing the gap a bit. He obviously has some good shooting as well, so wants to get that in. He starts to push his general, BSB, and the other monsters up on the right-hand flank towards my Sentinels and my BSB unit. I'm missing a picture of his shooting here, but you'll see it in a bit. My turn 2, my Heath Riders just dance around, getting out of line of sight. I just want to keep them in case I need a quick scoring unit at the end of the game. Yeah, you can see his shooting, what it did here. He killed 6 of my my Sentinels. And I want nothing to do with his monsters there, so I turn my thicker beast around, move away, fly my Eagle up to chaff his general, and I move my Sentinels as well. Other than that, I push up the middle because the middle feels much more doable than the right hand flank at this point. In shooting, I managed to pick up 2 of his riders and 1 of the spearbacks as well. So that's a whole unit gone. I managed to get Stone Skin up on my Wild Huntsman. One unit at least. Save them from some shooting. Because Saurian Ancients has got some really good shooting, really strong against elves. In Magic, I managed to grow my entire unit back of Sentinels. But because of the way I positioned them, I had to put them in sort of like 3 ranks, as you can see there, which meant that his monster there could just about see the back of those Sentinels. So for his turn, he charges his riders into my Dryads. You can see there my Sentinels have fled through my Dryads because he charged his monster, obviously. But it was a fairly long charge, and so he didn't catch me. I felt quite confident fleeing there. Even if I rolled low, I still would have had to roll quite high to catch me. So instead he redirects into the Eagle. His general charges the Eagle as well. Not much else to do really. He flies away with his final rider there, Pterodon rider, to hide behind the hill, trying to conserve those points. Moving his skinks up on the hill there to just get some more board control really. Oh yeah, here's an overlook of the table on the right hand flank. Shooting. He kills an entire unit of Wild Huntsmen. The 1 unit without the Stone Skin, obviously. But yeah, I mean, it's just so many shots, well, potentially, from the Saurian Ancients. So it's really hard to negate all that damage. My turn 3. I charge his spearbacks with my Wild Huntsman, finally. And over here I move my archers up to be able to shoot some more. And I move my Dryads up to counter his skinks there. I move my Pathfinders back even further, or over to the right hand side. And in combat you can see he's killed a few Dryads. I managed to take off 2 wounds. My Sentinels rally, and my BSB units just keep on running away from his general. My Wild Riders kill his spearback, no problem. Overrun into his other shooter units. Shooting, I don't have a lot to shoot at with these archers, so I just pick a few wound off his skinks on the hill there. Wild Riders reform. His in the combat with the Dryads, I managed to break his riders, and he flees. As you can see, he's sat there on 1 wound left. And this is his turn 3, and he charges the Wild Riders. I think he reckons better to charge than to be charged. And he gets in. I know you can't really tell from this picture, but he does. And his general and that other monster starts closing in the middle. His BSB went back around the building. You can see him there, top middle. He's not able to rally. His rider, Terror rider, there set on 1 wound, so he keeps fleeing, and they end up still on the hill. And other than that, he just shuffles around really. My wild riders break his skinks, pursue them, catch them, and reform to face his other unit of skinks, which has his he's got a wizard in there. So Sylvan Elves turn 4. I charge my dryads on the left hand side into his skinks, move my tree father up, charge my wild riders into his flank there, turn my dryads around to face the oncoming slaughter of his monsters and BSB there. And I line up all my archers to start shooting at his general. Seeing as they've switched their focus to the middle now, I turn my BSB's unit around again and start moving to the objective on the right hand flank. Get stone skin off on these guys. Summer growth on the dried unit in the middle. Not that it's gonna help, but and I open up shooting onto his general. I managed to 2 more wounds. In combat here, I break his unit of skinks. I'll pursue them, but I don't catch them. My wild huntsmen kill that other unit of skinks, and I overrun into his BSB, thinking that I could possibly take this. I know he's really tanky, but with the sheer number of attacks, a charge, flank, banner, just maybe I can break him. My opponent charges the dryads in the middle there. Have no issues killing them whatsoever, and I think he kills them to a man. Reforms to face my wild huntsman. I managed to do 1 wound to his BSB. He does 3 to me, and he combat reforms, and there we sit. And I guess that spells the end for the wild huntsman. My turn 5. He rallied his skinks. Last turn I charged them again on the left hand flank. Move my BSB's unit up to the objective, so I'm currently in range of that. And shooting, I just put everything onto his general. Managed to put 2 more wounds on him, so he's sat on 1 wound left now. And hopefully I can get 1 more round of shooting in. Dryads break the skinks and run them down. His BSB makes short work of my wild riders, which is unfortunate. But yeah, really tough guy. My turn 6. Not a lot to do. He chaffs me with his flying rider there, so I charge him with my heath riders. Move my archers up. He's moved his skinks down as well, but at least we're tied on this objective. And I just open up everything onto his general, and I managed to get the final wound off. So that was a huge chunk of points in my favor. Final round there. Managed to kill his final rider there, and yeah, again with a brilliant picture. Sorry guys, don't know what's going on here. Oh, what do you know? Effects. So this ended up being a Sylvan Elves victory, 19-1. Because I won the objective with my BSB's unit claiming the one on the right hand flank, and also the amount of points I was able to get off my opponent. So yeah, it was a good game, really nice opponent. I don't know what else to say really. This puts me on 33 points after 3 games, day one, which I'm quite happy with. At least that's more than a 10-10 per game on average. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll be bringing you game 4 in not too long. Cheers.